Okay, let's just get into it. Alright, so I think it's just gonna be good to go over like certain methodology. So, methodology. Players are going to be judged on the following criteria. Priority is in descending order. One. One is, of course, going to be regional performances. Regional slash major performances. Two is going to be consistency. Three is going to be wins. Four is going to be losses. Why is only this getting... I don't want... Let's center this. Actually, I don't want to center that. I changed my mind. Ooh, okay. Okay, there we go. Tournament priority. So these are going to be tournaments that are the most important. So we have our S-tier tournaments. S-tier tournaments. Which of course is going to be... which I think the most important tournament of the season was Cost. Then it was Combo Breaker. Cost, Warp Zone, and then SOS, which I think had more entrants than that. So yeah, so, no, I think SOS had less entrants than Warp Zone. Tournaments. Okay, S tier. And then we have our A tier tournaments. These are mostly going to be like the bigger regionals in Michigan this season. The most important regional season was EMU, Summer of Love. EMU, Summer of Love. And then I think the second most important tournament of the season was either Mirage or I can just go to only because he went to all of them. It was EMU, and then it was Mirage, and then it was Send Off. Mirage, Send Off, Wolverina, and Get Cooked. These were Michigan regionals. B tier tournaments. Other semi-big Michigan events. And these are going to be like Afterglow #1. MSU Land Before Time. And Revel and Roll 1 year anniversary. Revel and Roll West 1 year anniversary. And then C tier tournaments. Was there any other weeks that had like 40, 50 entrants this season? I feel like Ann Arbor might have done it once. Yeah, here we go. Then, yeah, Hotline Arbor #70 and DI Downriver #50 were the two biggest locals this season. Arbor #70 and then DI Downriver #50. #50. Yeah, SDD #20 was also big. C-tier tournaments are just going to be other weeklies that weren't already mentioned. Use that. For PR that weren't specifically mentioned. And these are, of course, SDD, A3 / Hotline Arbor, Tri-City, and DI Downriver. Alright, so now I've out of the way, I'm going to try and get people's like general tiers right now. Starting off with the obvious top two, which of course is going to be Onin, Zenodo. Actually, I'm going to go like tiers. Determine good the player was. No. Good. A when the player was. S tier. Owen Denoto. And then I think Low 1 has like a tier to himself. Because he's like in between this group and the group. Just slow it down. A plus, Low 1. A is going to be guys like Defoe, Blue Boo, Hawk, okay, so let's see. Lavish. Yeah, those three didn't qualify, so. Lavish is an A-win. I think he is. I don't know. I think Lavish is on the fence of like an A tier or B tier player because he did okay at the regionals. Well, he did actually pretty decent. He had 9th, and 5th at the 3 regionals he went to. And then he also got 9th at SOS, I think. Let me pull up PG stats just so I have this open. Stats. We go to Lavish. Yeah. I agree that he's an A-win, but that doesn't usually good for me. He is more than likely an A-win. I'm just a bit harder on Lavish than most people. I feel like, I don't know. I forgot he went to Momocon. He actually didn't do that bad there. He went to Genesis as well. Yeah, SOS. He got 9th in this, beating Darkshad, which is pretty good. Alright. I don't know. Shoot, I'm something. I don't know if anyone else goes into this A tier. So we're going to go down to B. These are guys like Raymond Noodles, Dice, Copel, just spitballing here. Quark is probably in here. Anthony's probably in here. Quark, Anthony. I also think Dillster's an A+ win. You know, he doesn't qualify for PR, and this isn't the actual ranking. I'm just putting people in the general tiers for now. Crash is probably in this tier. 1. Sam is also probably in this tier. Is she? I don't think Sam did that good this season. 13th at Sendoff, 9th at EMU. Dude, how are you from East Michigan and only going to like 2 out of the 5 East Michigan regionals? How are you from East Michigan? I don't think T-Day went to any of the regionals. Yeah, he's not even gonna qualify. Spectral and Broly are weird. Cause Spectral kind of just flopped at the regionals, but he does good at like the locals. And he also got 33rd at Pound. Did Crash do good enough to warrant a B tier placing for right now? 17th of both those regionals hurt, but he got 9th at Mirage. Beat Zero Mar, beat Smasher, beat DG, beat Wolf, beat Smasher again. Shoot, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Is Raymond Noodles an A-tier player right now? He might be. Nah, he got 33rd at Admirage, though. 17th, 13th. The forfeit EMU is so big, though. I mean, this is a good EMU run. He might be an A-tier player. Like, bottom of A-tier. You could argue he's above Lavish, because... Yeah, I don't know if you could say he's above Lavish, but... Smasher is probably a C-tier win. He's pretty good. He gets like 17th with the regionals consistently. I think you might be able to argue that Dice and Raymond Noodles are also A-tier players, but I think it's like a drop. I think after these 6 players, there's a drop, to be honest, to like the C-tier players. C-tier. This is also just a change, by the way. I'm just putting people in general tiers. Advo, dude, Advo is like an A. I think Advo's so good. He's like an A-tier win. But I'm not gonna put him that high. Again, Advo won't qualify. I'm just quantifying wins right now. Sam. You know, if Anthony can get in the B tier just from local farming, Sam can get in the B tier just from local farming. Boku. Anthony feels low. He didn't go to any of the regionals, and he got 17th at the only one he went to. I don't think you could argue for him to be above the guys who did really good at the regionals. I'll get to the ranking later, but I don't think he's like I love Anthony, and I think he like skill wise is probably a top 5 player in Michigan, but when you live in East Michigan and you have the opportunity to go to 5 regionals and you only went to one of them and only got 17th at your one regional, it's hard to like justify putting you higher. Who am I looking at again? Boku. 25th, 33rd. He got 9th to get cooked. He kind of... I don't think he's a C-tier player. Boku. T-Day is also probably a C-tier player. I don't really think... Did Broly do good enough? Did he get top 8 in the regional season? I don't remember. Broly... Oh, dude, he got 25th he got 25th at 3 of the regionals, but then he got top 8 in Mirage. That hurts. Yeah, Broly's so inconsistent, but he has like decent highs. But I feel like what Broly did is like more impressive than what Crash did. Let me look at Crash again. And I'll look at Quark again in a second, because I'm having second thoughts. Crash, 17th, 17th, 9th. He did win what I classified as a B tier, the Ann Arbor's number 70. He beat Lavish and Sam at 67. Yeah, I think it's hard. I think Crash is either like... Is that far in that? Well, I think it's because he stopped going to stuff near the end of the season, Jado. I think Broly, like, barely worms his way into as like a B tier player. And then Spectral is gonna be a C tier player. Spectral. Alright, Jado, number 21. Dude, if Stampede counted, you'd be looking so much better, but because I think you DQ'd out of EMU. 17th for Wolverina, 25th in Mirage. You didn't go to send-off or get cooked. Yeah, these are not helping. You did really good at Afterglow, which I classified as a B tier. Be Lavish. Be Quark. Be Lavish again. Be Lavish again. Yeah, you're about a C tier player, Jado, to be honest. Jado. Let me look at Quark because I feel like I'm just remembering Quark because of his second at Stampede. DQ got a good cooked 17th, 25th. He got 5th at Summer of Love though. That was so good for him. And he won Rebel and Roll West, and he won Afterglow. He got second in Afterglow. Yeah, he's definitely up there. Suspect. Oh yes, I gotta classify Suspect as I gotta classify like Suspect really quick. Suspect is like a B tier win this season, to be honest, because he got 4th at Good Cooked, which is better than what most people did. B tier win this season. Yeah, Quark can stay in B tier. T-Day, Spectral, Broly. Augie. I feel like Augie did okay. He went to 7 things, 17th, 9th, 17th, 13th. Like, that's not bad. Beat Broly twice. Beat Yoder. He beat Lucy. Beat Quark. Yeah, he's about a C tier player. I feel like his wins are comparable to everyone this year. Augie. Anyone else kind of notable down here? Goma. Not do good at Afterglow. And he really fell off as the season went on. God, this hurts. 33rd and 25th. But then he got 2 9ths and a 7th, so I don't know what to make of it. 7th Good Cooked. 9th at Send Off. And then 9th Mirage. Though honestly, his Mirage and Send Off runs aren't even that impressive. Yeah, I don't think Goma's in my PR. I don't see it. He beat Raymond, and Sam. Yeah, I think Goma goes down here. I don't think he did particularly well this season. He got. I'm gonna put him on B here. Getting 2 9ths and a 7th at the regionals is pretty good. It's pretty good. Yoder, Smasher, and Theorem are all kind of relevant. I'll go over them. Yoder, 17th. Yeah. Yeah, I think Yoder's more. I don't even think Yoder's up here. I think he's more like a D tier win. And then so Yoder. Yoder's a good player, but I don't think he's hanging in with anyone else we went over so far. Smasher. He went to 4 things. I thought he did better, to be honest. Yeah, Smasher. He's also a D tier win. I should put Boo Bear somewhere. Boo Bear is also in B tier somewhere. Let's put him up here. Boo Bear. Anyone else is kind of relevant. I guess Euromar is the only other guy I can think of that might be at least a B tier player. 25th, 33rd, 13th at the regionals. Yeah, Zeromar, he's going in D tier. Not a great season from Zeromar. Zeromar. And then anyone else kind of relevant, I'm just going to put them in D tier, like Rob and Camel and Nen and Watts. Rob, Camel, Linus, Dr. Watts, Dux, Adorable Knight, DG. DG. Okay, so now is the time to actually do the list. Let me look at Dice really quick. I think Dice has like a decent argument to be an A tier player. This is just so consistent. He beat Geist, that's crazy. Honestly, Dice is probably an A tier. I think he separated himself enough. And then I'll look at Ramen Noodles one more time. Should I won't. Is Ramen Noodles an A tier player this season? I don't know. Beat Broly, beat Advo, beat Lavish, beat Defoe, beat Zenodo, beat Goma. He might be an A tier. Win on Zenodo is so big. How many people has Zenodo lost this season? It's just Onin and Ramen Noodles, I think, who have beaten them. Yeah, literally I think Raymond Noodles is an A tier win. I think Raymond Noodles is an A tier. No, I've talked myself into it. Raymond Noodles. Only 2 Michigan people have beaten Zenodo, and that's Onin, who is like 4-0 against him this season, and Raymond Noodles. Okay. So now that I have the general win values sorted. We can finally get into the top 15. Woo! So, number 1, number 2 are really obvious. It's just Onin Zenodo. I don't need to go over it too much, I don't think. Onin is especially bolstered by his wins at Combo Breaker and in Cost, as well as second in Warp Zone. And then obviously Onin won Get Cooked. I don't know, forget what else he won like 2 more things. He won Get Cooked and Send Off, and then got second at both Mirage and Nemo, and then 5th at Wolverina. He is first over Zenodo. Alright. Now we get into the hard part where I put someone at third. Now, I don't think Low 1 has like this big separation from the pack. Like, good second, and third is pretty good, but in 17th. He's still probably going to be number 3, and I think I'm still going to put him in number 3. But I don't think it's like as big of a gap as you make it out to be. Like 1. Dilster did not qualify, so I don't have to worry about him. Alright, let's look at Defoe and weigh him against everyone else in this tier. Defoe did really good in the season. He got top 8 at 4 of the 5 regionals and got 117th. He might be 4th, to be honest. Peaking at 3rd at EMU, which was, my opinion, the most important Michigan regional. He beat Quark, he beat Raymond Noodles, beat Dilser. That's probably his best win in the season. Beat Sass, beat Blue Boo, beat Jado, beat Augie, beat Broly, beat Blue Boo, beat Lavish. Beat Copel. Yeah, he's probably 4th. I think his results are like substantially better than everyone else in that tier. So we'll go Defoe at 4. And then we got Blue Boo versus Lucy versus Lavish versus Dice versus Raymond Noodles. He did pretty good season. 3rd and then 5th at send-off. He beat Suspect, beat Boober, beat Suspect again, beat Boku, beat Linus, beat Goma, beat Copel. Beat Low One, that was his best win in the season. Beat Goma, beat Linus, beat Lavish. And then he got 13th from Warp Zone too, which is pretty good. Let me compare that to Lavish really quick. Lavish obviously went to more things because he can run Ann Arbor. But yeah, he beat Raymond, beat Crash, beat Quark, beat Sam, beat Zero Mar twice, beat Andrew T, beat Spectral, beat Peace Rex, beat Lucy, beat Psychod, beat Zenodo. This was a really good tournament for him. He might be above Blue Boo, I'm not sure. Like the call between him and Blue Boo is really close. And let's look at Lucy. I don't think Raymond Noodles is going to be above any of these people. DQ had to get cooked. Got 7th, got 5th, got 13th, got 4th at Rebel and Roll. Beat Daybreak, beat Marcy, beat Quark, beat Lavish, beat Sean. Honestly, I think Lavish is above Lucy. And I think Blue Boo is also above Lucy. Now it comes down to, do I think of Dice and Raymond Noodles are above Lucy? Or at least do they have a chance? I don't think Raymond Noodles is going to be above any of them. I can say that. The others are more consistent than he is. Dice. 6 things exactly. Goma beat Raymond. Crash beat Dice. Yeah, I don't think Dice. I honestly think it goes. Does it go Blue Boo Lavish or Lavish Blue Boo? Because I think right now it goes Blue Boo / Lavish. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. And then, yeah, Blue Boo / Lavish again. Lavish again. And then it goes Lucy. Raymond Noodles. Dice. I think that's how this goes. Dice is so consistent though. I think you can play it both ways, but I think I'm gonna put Lavish above Blue Boo. I think he was slightly more consistent and had similar peaks. Like he didn't get third at a regional like Blue Boo did, but this is so consistent though. Like Blue Boo beat Low One, but Lavish beats Noto, and he also beat Dark Shad. But Blue Boo went to more regionals. It's tough. You can definitely play it both ways. I think I'm gonna put Lavish above Blue Boo, and that hurts. Okay. Next, we sorted the A tier. Woo. B tier, Adro didn't qualify. Remember people were saying Lavish was washed. Yeah, because I said that too. No, I was just kidding. I've always been a little lower in Lavish, but I think he sneakily had a really good season. Because getting ninth at two of the regionals, and then he got fifth at EMU, and then he did really good otherwise too. Like ninth at SOS is pretty good. Which granted, it wasn't as big as like Warp Zone or Cost or Combo Breaker, but it's still pretty good. 49 from Momocon, like, and then Stampede. Luckily for him, Stampede wasn't PR eligible, or else his stock might have taken a hit. Like if Stampede was PR eligible, so many things would change here. Because Blue Boo would definitely be above Lavish, and like Quark would probably be top 10. He got 25th at Cost. I thought he did better. Yeah, dude, Stampede not being eligible screwed a lot of people over. It sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Let me put Daybreak up here, just like don't forget Daybreak. Okay. All right, so obviously Suspect, Boo Bear, and Advo are not PR eligible. So it's hard because I think the person here the best like because we're out of the people who did consistently really well at the regionals. And you're not people who either ran locals or had like spot performances at regionals like Broly did. Like Broly was hella inconsistent this season, getting 25th at three different regionals, but then he got 9th and 7th at Sendoff and Mirage. But he beat Raymond and Crash and Mirage. Beat Raymond at Super SmackDown. Sendoff beat Defoe. That's tough. I don't know. Is Broly on here? He's like almost too inconsistent for me to want to put him on PR. At least like Copel's like inconsistencies are like he got 17th. Like yeah, he's still like he went to all the regionals, got 17th, 9th, and 7th. And even then, he still like beat Broly and beat Zero Mar when given the chance. Beat Dilster. Got to put Kepler on here. Kepler is like a B tier one. He also is in the conversation. Quark, 17th, 25th. He won. He won 1 year. Beat Sam. Did Sam get top 8 at EMU? Because that helps a little. Is Quark PR? That's crazy if he's not. I don't know if Quark is PR. I really don't. Oh, Sam got 9th at EMU. Okay, that's what it was. I mean, it's not like she did bad. Ugh. People make things difficult. Mr. Local Farmer Anthony. Did the 7th... He only went... How is he... How are you going to be from East Michigan and only go to one of the regionals over there? There was 5 this season. You had so many opportunities. Ah. Anthony, why? Beat Dice twice. I know he has like 2 low 1 wins, which probably gets him on PR by just by itself. Dude, Anthony hurts me so much because he could be so much better, or like if he really wanted to be. I'm gonna put him at 10th though. Isn't cool. Let me look at Crash. I gotta find him. Did Anthony and Crash not play once this season? That's kind of crazy. The 8th thing, 17th, 17th, and 9th. Not very... beat Raymond, beat Sam, beat Lavish. He has like really good local wins. I honestly think Copel's next. That's like my instinct right now. I think I'm gonna go like Copel, Crash, 101. Then probably Sam. Is Broly above? Is Broly up here? I think Broly is behind Sam. Broly might get PR. And then I think the last spot on the PR is going to go like either Quark or Goma. I think it honestly goes to Goma. I really like Quark, but I mean, he got ninth twice and seventh at three of the regionals, and he got seventh and then didn't do good at the other ones. Beat Raymond, beat Augie, beat Dux, beat Sam, beat Quark, beat Title. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna give it to Goma. Let me just double check if I'm missing something. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the list. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming to. I don't know why was this muted. I had my music off for like so long. I don't know why. But anyway, I thank you guys for coming to the stream, checking it out. I'm gonna post this video on YouTube later, and I'm gonna post this on Twitter. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you in the next stream.